This is the machine that has won the championship with Doohan in 94, 95, 96 and 97. The track record, it speaks for itself. This Aussie legend started on the big bikes in 1989 as number 2 rider behind Wayne Gardner. After his first taste of victory in 1990, on a heart-stopping crash in 92, he has gone on to become one of the most successful 500 Grand Prix riders in the history of the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Doohan. Okada got onto a V4 after riding the V-twin, where he managed podium places. He is a proven Grand Prix winner. This young Spaniard made his move into 500cc stardom in 1992, where he won his first race that season. Establishing himself as a 500 rider, he was a serious championship contender in the 96 season. In Spain, he is one of their biggest sporting stars. Aoki managed to do wonders with this V-twin in 97, getting it on the podium 4 times, proving that this is a package to upset the V4s. As the grandson of Don Paco Bulto, manufacturer of Bultaco motorcycles, Sete learned to ride almost before he learned to walk. After graduating through the ranks of dirt bike racing, he made his debut in 500s in 1997 and has shown considerable promise. He will be a regular podium threat. Pumping out over 180 horsepower at 12,800 revs, this is about as much power as you can squeeze into one rear wheel. Aoki finished 3rd in the 1997 series, just behind Doohan and Crevier, proving that he can mix it with the very best. He brings his experience to Suzuki and should not be underestimated. Factory tester turned Grand Prix pilot, this Suzuki rider has been going from strength to strength since finishing 6th as a wildcard entry at the Japanese 250 Grand Prix last year. He backed that up by a blistering 7th place at his debut 500cc outing at Phillip Island 6 months later. He promises to be up with the front runners again this year. The well set up YZR has suffered some bad luck in the past, but he's well on course for wins in 98. Abe got his break in 94 as a wildcard rider, where he battled for the lead during most of the Japanese Grand Prix before crashing out. Blazingly fast off the grid when the lights go to green, he is the regular whole shot winner. After establishing himself as one of the greatest motocross riders in history, he took his lightning fast reflexes and natural speed to the USA, where he beat the Americans at their own game. Paying his dues for 3 years in 250s, he made his move to the 500s in 1996, where he took to the bigger machines like a duck to water. Irv Kanemoto's vast HRC experience combined with Max Biaggi's raw genius makes this bike even better than it already is. This colourful Italian once dreamed of being a professional footballer, but all that changed when he put a crash helmet on, and he has transformed modern motorcycle racing ever since. 4 250 titles and too many records to list, he is one of the all-time great motorcycle racers ever, and he has a long career still ahead of him. Boasting a V4 engine, the immensely powerful MUZ may have the seeds of the engine planted in sidecar racing, but not a great deal will get past this under acceleration. Working his way up through the ranks of Italian and European championships, he joined the 500cc class as the rider regularly qualifying on the front row with the agile Aprilia. Superb qualifying specialist. Weighing in at around 135 kilograms, this machine may well be heavier than a V-twin or a triple, but the extra power makes up for that. After jumping on a 500 halfway through 95, he has already won in 500s. Cool and calculating, he is challenging to be Spain's top rider very soon. His raw talent in American dirt track racing attracted the Grand Prix teams, and in 1988 he made his debut on a 250. With his sensational track record, it did not take him long to notch up his first 500cc Grand Prix victory in the US Grand Prix, not to mention Kojiva's first Grand Prix win. Given his success on the V-twin in 97, including a podium at Donington, Barros is back on a V4 in the extremely professionally run Gresini team. He was snatched up as a teenager by Cagiva, where he was ultra successful. The Brazilian went from a V4 in 96 to a V-twin in 97, and he became IRTA Privateer of the Year. Since then, he has made himself a serious contender in the championship. Now he's back on a V4. Supported and developed by the Malaysian motorcycle manufacturer Medinas, the British-built KR3 is definitely a purebred race machine. A master of the rear wheel slide as a result of extensive American dirt tracking, he has the blood of a champion in his veins. Of course, King Kenny is his father, a true 110%er. This bike handles like a dream on tracks like Donington. The others had better watch out there. This New Zealander has had experience of motocross and a wide variety of road racing classes. Coming from World Superbike in 1997, he will take things step by step to be a winner. Advantages include being used to the Dunlop tyres, a possible trump card. Winning the French 125 title in 92 and taking the Yamaha Cup, he came to Red Bull Yamaha through 250 and a V-twin 500 ride. Fast and fearless is the only thing that can be said about him. Sheer flat-out power it may not have, but torque it does have. This will be a blast on the tracks with a lot of corners. Borja moved up through the ranks of 125 and 250cc racing very quickly, before going on to 500s in 95, where he won the IRTA Cup as top Grand Prix privateer. After riding and developing the prototype ELF 500 rock machine, he had trouble coming to terms with it, but will shine now on the twin. Being very successful in the 125 class, including winning the Australian Grand Prix in 1996, he now becomes one of the few to go straight from 125 to 500s, perhaps one of the most difficult transitions in motorsport. The amiable Aussie will hammer away until the results come. With a V-twin engine configuration, this little baby is agile, and with Van der Gerberg in charge, will be a force to be reckoned with. Moving from 250 up to the 500cc class for 1997, Jürgen blasted them all when he took a front row start at Assen on his Team Miller V-twin. Always smiling and always in the garage late at night looking for that extra bit of speed, the Dutchman will again be a top V-twin runner. A strong point is that he doesn't often crash. Boasting an excellent power to weight ratio, this bike should be a front runner in the Privateers Cup. Considering his age, Sebastian has had a whirlwind career in 125s and 250s, winning the French National Series in 95 and 97. He managed to get 2 wildcard entries in the French Grand Prix 250cc class that gave him the foot in the door for the 500cc ride. The development of the new Technical Sports Honda V-twin has come along in leaps and bounds and has all sorts of chassis tricks up its sleeve. New to the 500s, he is a true rookie. Matt Waite enjoyed his early years in Lodi, California, where so many of the Californian top riders cut their dirt track teeth. Some of his victories included the AMA Junior Dirt Track Championship and champion of the Harley-Davidson Super Twin Series. The KR3 excels in braking and aerodynamics. Climbing the motorbike racing ladder in the traditional way, Ralph Vaughan ran in the 80 and 125cc class before racing in 250s. He immediately adapted to the increasing power and quickly became a front runner. After fighting with Max Biaggi for the 250cc title twice and losing it but only just, he now joins the rank of the elite 500cc riders. This NSR will be careering Fabio Carpani around the track and promises to be always there at the finish. A promising young 250cc rider, Fabio Carpani has ridden in the Italian and European Championships. He is now being made a last-minute entry into the 500cc list. It will be an interesting year to see how he handles the power of the 500s. Despite being a V-twin, the performance of this machine is still surprisingly quick. Give it a go. Coming from a background such as his, It was inevitable that Scott would eventually race. His father, Paul, was a top British international racing star, and his mother, Margaret Sheen, is the sister of 2-time world champion Barry Sheen. Speed has definitely been bred into this promising new kid.